Welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn and my card for this morning, getting you ready for Father's Day this coming weekend. This card was totally inspired by the amazing Anna Wheaton of Nudge Nudge Ink creation, and it uses, I've used the He's All That stamp set, which has this great wishing you a happy Father's Day greeting. It also uses the really gorgeous Rings of Love Designer Series paper from Celebration, which only has 3 more days to go. So if you like it, now's the time to get this. You just have to spend $90 to receive this one as your reward. I've already cut some of them out, ready to go for today. And, well, let's just get started. As I said, this actually was my card for a recent class we did using different ways to learn to use our Stampin Write markers, which are water-based. So if you follow me, I'll have a few more videos, one tomorrow, one Thursday, showing you more techniques using the markers. Okay, let me get my bits and pieces out of my envelope, make sure I've got it all. I'm using very vanilla cardstock and soft suede, one of my favourite combinations, especially for masculine cards. I'll just put that out of the way there. I don't need my soft suede pieces yet either because they're matting my background. Now, when I first saw Anna's card, she had used the beautiful timber embossing folder, which is here. The timber embossing folder, which has a really gorgeous pattern on it. I'm not sure whether you can see that or not, but it has this lovely all over pattern. So I'll use the timber embossing folder to make my card today. But on my cards, I have actually used the stitched greenery folder, which has this gorgeous stitched leaf pattern with lots of detail. Hello, anyone. Who's Lynette? Thank you for joining me, and anyone else who's here. I don't yet know how to see people's comments as they come up on the screen, but please know that I will reply to your comments later on after the video is finished. And my videos don't usually last very long anyway. Okay, so I've used stitched greenery for my cards, but as I said, today I'll use the timber embossing folder. I have also used, along with the Rings of Love paper, this Forever Flourishing die from the Forever Fern stamp set combination, which has had a lot of work out. And I'm also using the All That dies, which coordinate with the He's All That stamp set. And I'll just get this one out. This is for the greeting on the inside of my card. Okay, which is, holy smokes, you're amazing, which I think is very fun and cool. Okay, let's start putting this together. All right, what I might do is to put my embossed panels onto my soft suede pieces here. One for the front, and I can just stick that down. Now on my inside panel, I'm not sure whether you can see it or not, I have partially embossed the bottom half of my panel for the inside of my card, and on this one partially put the stitched greenery folder just on the very edge and then run it through my die cutting machine there. So when you do your embossing folder, the design of the bark goes this way. So I just popped my cardstock in right at the edge, popped it in my die cutting machine and went through that way. It gives me an edge, just a little bit of a textured edge, which is a really nice little detail. I often use it for the inside of my card to coordinate with the front of my card, but it actually would look really nice on the front as of a card as well. Okay, so next on the front of my card, I could probably put this straight onto the front of my card really, because that way it will get me organised and get everything out of the way so I know what I'm doing. All right, so there's my soft suede mat and my timber embossing folder, and we'll do the same for the inside of the card. And put that on the inside mat. Just making sure I've lined that up nicely. And pop that on the inside of my card. And then we can get started with putting our card together. So for the front of my card, I've got 2 strips of soft suede, one for the front and one for the inside, which I'm going to put straight over that border edge there. And I've got 2 pieces here for my stamping. So how about I do my stamping and get that done? So I've mounted my Wishing You a Happy Father's Day onto my block. And this technique works the best with our red rubber stamps. So these ones here, our click stamps with the red rubber. And I've got coordinating colours, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow and Soft Suede. And with your Stampin' Write markers, they are water-based, which means you can use them for all sorts of different techniques, which is really great. They have a brush tip at one end, which you can see illustrated onto the barrel of the marker, using that wide line, and then a drawing tip on the other end, okay, bullet tip on the other end. So use the brush tip and just rub it sideways along your stamp on the bits you want to colour. So you can use this technique if you don't want to add all of the detail on a stamped image. Okay, so I've got my Old Olive there. I'm going to use my Mossy Meadow for Wishing You a very happy, wishing you a happy. And then with my soft suede brush tip, just do these little lines on each end. All right, I'll get my piercing mat just to give me a successful stamping experience here. I've cut my piece of cardstock exactly right. Now, depending on where you live, we live in a really humid place here, but it is winter time. You just need to re-moisten. There is a little bit of moisture left, but so you can leave this for a little bit and just re-moisten it by breathing on it. Some people call this the Darth Vader technique, where you just huff on it going, and then line it up and stamp. And then you'll have a multicoloured stamped greeting. And let's do that for the Holy Smokes, You're Amazing as well. Okay, I'll use the soft suede for my barbecue utensils. Here, fork and lifter. And then my Old Olive for the little lines here. And then the Mossy Meadow for the words. And then give it a little, whoops, up, and stamp. Holy smokes, you're amazing. We do a lot of barbecuing, my family, so this just is perfect for us. All right, now I'm going to use that lovely oval die just to quickly die cut my greeting here. Sorry about that. And add my layers. I apologise if I'm doing this out of your view, but there we go. Pop you out of the way. And pop out my Holy Smokes, You're Amazing. Doesn't that look good? Okay, now it's just up to the assembly of our card. So I've got my already fussy cut tree rings here. Just work out. I'll go with the largest one first onto my project because that's the hardest to place. I'll pop him down there. Now I have some edge ones, so that was right on the edge of the paper, so I'll pop him down there as well. And then on my piece here that I'm going to pop over the top. I'm going to add some seal, and then, as I said, I've used this lovely die from the Flourishing dies. Just cut it out, it comes out like that, but then I've chopped it up into little branches and bits and pieces. So I'll just stick them behind what I'm doing here. What else have I got? Another one over here. There we are. And maybe another little one in this direction. Okay, and then I'll add a little bit more seal just to anchor them in place. And stick them over my tree rings there. Pop my wishing you a happy Father's Day onto the right hand side, making sure I leave a lovely border there. And then I can add one more tree ring over the edge there. I am covering up some of my leaves, so maybe I'll just tuck a couple more underneath there while I stick. There we go. That's the front of the card done. And then on the inside of the card, I've got a skinny little piece just to go across the middle. And what have I got here? Where will I put this? I'll use that up the top and that one down the bottom. So just add a bit of seal to you. Stick you there. Some seal on for you, just there. And the same deal as before. Put my seal onto my soft suede there and add some lovely little leaf detail and pop that across the middle. And I've got some extra tree rings if I want to make another card. And then, holy smokes, you're amazing. And plenty of room to say, Dear Poppy, happy Father's Day, love from us. And the finishing touch is the rustic metallic adhesive dots. Look how much I love these. They're just, they go with so many things. They don't even have to be masculine. They just work really beautifully. Whoops, stuck it to Julia. Stick it to the card. And one more down there. There you go. Happy Father's Day inspiration for you using the Rings of Love paper 2 different ways, with the timber embossing folder in the background, which is the way Anna Wheaton did it, or using the stitched leaf die cut in the background. I hope that gives you lots of inspiration and to see the wonderful potential of this gorgeous He's All That Sweet of dies and stamp set. Bye-bye now. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're inspired and rush out and make yourself a Father's Day card. Bye.